Hey there, grade 9s. Welcome to today's lesson. Today we are actually starting lesson 1, so chapter 5. This chapter is all about polynomials. So today we're actually talking about modeling polynomials. So when we're doing that, we're going back to kind of like the base 10 blocks that we used to use. Okay, that's more for arithmetic. We use these for algebra. Okay, so these are kind of integer tiles. So just to kind of represent what we have, I'm using blue. Sometimes they'll be in yellow for positive, but I don't have a yellow marker and you probably wouldn't be able to see it very well. But red usually indicates negative. So when we have our big block, so that's kind of like our 100 block, that represents x squared. Okay, x squared. So the blue is going to represent a positive x squared, and the red is going to represent a negative x squared. Okay, then we have our long tiles. Those would represent just an x. All right. So to kind of put it into perspective, to have x times x is going to give you x squared, and it's also going to give you the area of a box. Okay, of the bigger box. Okay, and then a red tile represents negative x. Okay, a single square represents 1 or negative 1, depending on the color. Okay, so I just want to talk quickly about how we would get that x squared. Okay, because when we're talking about that, we're also talking about area. So to have x times x, okay, so if I've got a x tile, and then if I have another x tile, they would technically connect, and all that area would be filled in. Okay, so it would be x times x, which would give us our x squared. All right, so we're going to do a couple. So in this lesson, we're just talking about modeling. So I'll give you a couple equations, and then your goal is to represent them. Okay, so if we have something like this, if we have x squared plus x minus 3, right? So you might need to use both colors to be able to create this. Feel free to pause the video, and then I will draw it when we're ready. All right. So I have a single x squared. I'm actually just going to put everything kind of below. Sorry, let's get this marker ready. I'm going to put everything below where it's represented. So an x squared, positive x squared. So I'm going to have my big block. Then I have plus x, which is positive. And then I have minus 3. So that means I'm going to have 1, 2, 3. All right. So that would be our first example that we go through. Okay. The next one, let's try this one. We'll go negative 2x squared minus 3. All right. So give that one a go. So the answer for this one is we're going to have negative 2x squared. So that means we have 2 of these negative blocks and 3 little squares. Okay, because everything is negative. Negative 2x squared, which means we have 2x squareds, and minus 3, which means we have 3 of the negative blocks. Awesome. All right, next one. Let's go 2x squared plus 3x. All right, so if you pause it and then try it, and then we'll come back. So 2x squared is going to have 2 big blocks, and then 3x is going to have 3 long kind of sticks. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, the next one is going to be negative 2x squared minus 3x plus 1. All right, so in this one we're starting with 2 negative x squareds. So we've got 1 and 2, and then we have minus 3x. So 1, 2, 3, plus 1. So that means we have 1 positive there. Okay, so this is how we're going to represent it. All right, we're going to switch it up. I'm going to draw the tiles, and I'm going to have you tell me what the equation is. So let's start with this. Okay, so tell me what this equation is, or expression. All right, so here we have 1, 2, 3 x squareds, and then we have 2, and it's red, so it's going to be minus 2 x's plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, perfect. So let's try some more. All right, you tell me what this one is going to be. We'll do a couple more examples. Let's see what I need here. All right, so tell me what this expression is. Okay, so as we're counting it out, we have 3 positive x squared, so 3x squareds. We have 5, so minus 5x, because they're negative. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positive plus 6 positives. So we'll do one more example, like I said, and then we'll end this video. Hopefully you're understanding how to kind of represent each of these. Okay. Let's go with this one. Okay. Start with that. So I'm kind of mixing up what it looks like this time, okay, just to kind of see exactly what you're able to get. So for this one, we're gonna count everything the exact same way. We have 1, 2 x squareds. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 negative 8x, and then we have 2 positives plus 2. So hopefully you're able to try to make these connections to be able to kind of represent them. This is just the start, and being able to represent them will make this unit quite a bit easier if you can kind of visually see exactly what's going on. All right. If you have any questions, make sure that you bring them to the Zoom chat, the Zoom meeting. Other than that, good luck.